Hello, hello, hello. Good evening and welcome to the waiting room special. You're welcome. Welcome to this unique episode, the 19th day of September. My name is Joyce Ugosu, your host. And today we have with us our special brother, Mr. Eric Obo. We'll be introducing him soon. But first of all, this is the waiting room. What we do is we commit the program to God first before we go into it, before we dive into it. So, our Father, we thank you. We have gathered at your table this evening to hear from you. Father, we have come to inspire each other. Help us to learn one or two things that will move our lives forward. Help us to hear words that will make us want more things from life. Help us over that everything we hear this same evening, we will learn from, and it will move our lives forward better. Thank you for your son that you're about to use. Thank you for giving him the right words to speak. Thank you for everyone watching this evening. We give you all the glory. We give you all the praise. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. 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 You're welcome to the waiting room. Mr. Eric, you're welcome. Hi, 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 hi. Can you see me? Just say hi so that I will hear you. So we're just waiting for some other people to join. Then we can do the profile reading. Okay. Is this Ojuolope Odunuga? I have seen one person there. So let's wait for others to join in. Then we can kick the program off. This is the waiting room. What do we do at the waiting room? We come every day to inspire each other. We come to the waiting room weekly to look at, okay, how can we move our lives forward? What can we learn this week that we can make, that can make our lives better? That is what we do at the waiting room. So, Mr. Eric, say good evening. Can you hear me, Mr. Eric? Let's even hear your voice. I can't hear you, like you are muted. Mr. Jerry, I can't hear him. Admin, can you help us with that? I can't hear his voice at all.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Quickly, let me quickly get.
Hello.
Jerry.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Eric Obu,
Yeah.
aka Vocal Slender.
Yeah. Okay. Just leave it there because I'm about to read your profile. So don't go any further. So Eric Obu, also known as Vocal Slender or Slender, born December in Ajegule. He's an artist based in Lagos. They call me, so he says they call me Vocal Slender. That's my music name because I'm very lean in the face and because I'm always singing. All right. He then saves his earn. Okay, so he was a scavenger, living off the dump site in the outskirts of Lagos. He makes his living. He used to, because he's no longer doing that. He used to make his living out of dump site. He then saves his earning to enable him to buy studio time to produce music. Okay, so when I hear people say, I don't have brother, I don't have sister, there's nobody to help me, I always tell them that they are not serious. I always tell them that you are not hungry for success yet. Because if you're hungry for success, you do anything you can to make it happen. So what he used to do is that, admin, are you sure this link is okay? Because I can't find anybody joining in. I cannot find you, but a lot of people have been waiting for this program, but I cannot find people joining in. Let's be sure that people that the Facebook is okay, the Instagram is okay, the YouTube is okay. I can't see anybody joining in. You know, so a lot of people were asking for the name because they were trying to join. Mr. Jerry. So vocal standard is off again. I don't know whether I'm the one that is okay. So we're trying. If you're just joining in, this is the waiting room. It looks like we're having issues for people to join in. Can I know if people are able to join? I can't see anybody joining, and they'll be waiting for this program. Please, let's check with our phones if people are finding it difficult to join in. Nobody has been able to join in. Let's be sure we are good. Okay, so Local Slender grew up in a neighborhood called Ajegule in Lagos, Nigeria, a city known to harbor the poor and less privileged in the society. It is a place where most of the inhabitants are faced with a very low standard of living, little or no access to education, poor health. Life itself wasn't fair to him as he was abandoned by his mother. Oh, I'm just hearing this one at a very tender age, while his father was very poor and couldn't give them even the cheapest parental care. As a result of that, he needed to go all out to fend for himself first and subsequently carve out his destiny. So you can see that he took the bull by the horn. He took the bull by the horn. Yes. At least I've seen somebody joining in. Anticipations, you're welcome. I think people are finding it difficult to join in. I don't know what the issue is, but I can see Anticipations are just able to log in. You're welcome. You're welcome to the waiting room, Anticipations. But I can't see Vocal Slender anymore, so I don't know. Can you hear me? At least the person I can see. If you can hear me, let me see your thumbs up. Can you hear me? I don't know if it's the network issues or the person at the other side. So Vocal Slender, if you can hear me, please try to re-log in using that same link I sent to you. Try to re-log in. Okay, I think it's trying to come in. Okay, so if you can hear me, let me see if you can hear me. Yeah, we're trying to get him in. I just read his profile, but I need to know if I am smooth, and if you can hear me, I need to know. Okay, so if you're just joining, this is the waiting room. What do we do at the waiting room? We come here to inspire each other every week. That's what we do. That's good evening. Can you all hear me? I can hear you loud and clear. Oh, fantastic. Okay, yes, they can hear me. So, okay, looks like our guest also had issues with his own network, so he's trying to re-log in. So I was just reading his profile, and I found out that he was even abandoned by his mother. The father did not have money to fend for him. So everything, all odds were against him. All odds were against. So what did he do? He started living off dump sites. So some people wake up and say, I don't have any platform. My uncle is rich. He refused to help me. Nobody wants to help me. This guy didn't have anything in his favor. And he decided, instead of stealing, instead of going into crime, let me see what I can do. He decided to go to the dump site. When you say the dump site, all of you will be looking at it as if it's one English or something fancy. Dustbin, garbage. You know that place where they throw dirty? That's where he goes to gather garbage, maybe cards, whatever. He will now sell it. After selling it, he will now go and go pay money for his studio session. That is what he does for a living. Okay, so we're trying to get him to join him back so that when I think he had a problem, so that I can pick off his interview. Last words, how was your week? Anticipations, how was your week? How was your week? Waiting room special today, the 19th of September, 2020. 21. Okay, he's trying to join in again. I see him now. Lucas Lenda, can you hear me? How was the week, Auntie Patience, while we wait for our guests to join in? How was your week? Auntie Patience, how was your week? Mine was busy. In fact, I didn't even know that I would go live today. I was so weak. I had to travel to Ibadan. I came back that same yesterday, and I came back pretty late. So I couldn't even get out of bed this morning. Fine, and glory to God, says Lazarus. Okay, we're still waiting for our guests to join in. I don't know whether it's network from his angle. But if you can hear me, just log out and log in again into StreamYard. You will come up. Lucas Lenda, if you can hear me, log out and log in again. It will bring you in. Okay. While we wait for him. Okay. Okay, happy Sunday, okay, Chiku. Good to see you. So I just read up the profile of our guests. I think I sent the video to some people. For those of you that don't know him, this guy actually suffered. He didn't have anything in his favor in life. Born in Ajegule, grew up in Ajegule, mother abandoned him, father didn't have, I think the father went to marry another wife, and then he didn't have any good care. So he had every reason to become wayward, to become an armed robber, to become a thief, but he decided not to. He decided to choose, decided to live life uprightly. And right now he's doing a whole lot for the city of Ajegule. So he has a foundation called Dreams of a Brighter Day. So what they do is that they fund children in schools, sew uniforms for them, give them books, do a lot of things. He decided not to leave that neighborhood Ajegule. How can we make this neighborhood better for us? So that's what he does for a living. I still don't know. Good evening. Good evening, sir. Bishop Note. Good evening, sir. Okay, so we are trying to hook up with our guest. Yes, the video is so inspiring. Oh, you saw the video too. Okay. So inspiring. In fact, I saw that video on BBC before I was. Who is this guy? I will need to. And then the guy is from Delta State. Who is this guy? I need to know him. So I started making inquiries, and as soon as I said I wanted to meet him, somehow I met him like 2 years ago or thereabout, and then we're doing one or two things together, and I'm like, okay, your story is so inspiring. I think you should be in the waiting room so that people can hear your story. And there's no way you hear a story that you'll not be inspired, because a lot of people they have so much excuses in life, so much excuses. I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have shoe, I don't have cap, there's nobody to pay for my school fees, there's nobody to do this. And this guy didn't have a mother, he didn't have a father that catered for him, and yet he decided to take the bull by the horn, see how he can bring his head out of the water, out of the storm, how he could ride the storms of life and become somebody. And today he dines with kings and queens. He has access to a lot of people. A lot of people come to Ajegule to do some project or the other. Somehow is involved in that project. He tries to bring in people to come and commit or do something back in that Ajegule where he grew up. I don't know what's wrong with his network, but let's just hope that he pops it. Wow, Gwan Joyce. Who is this, Popsy? Hi, Popsy. You're welcome to the waiting room. We're trying to wait for our guest to join in. I don't know what's happening to his network, but we are still trying to get him to join. Lucas Lenda, if you can hear me, finally.
Yeah.
Finally. Yes, we can.
I can hear you loud. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, if you can hear me, can we play his video so that we can go on to ask him a few questions before people, so that viewers, please prepare your questions. If you have questions for him, please jot it down. But we need to do this. Gang, just a flow. This sound. The beat I go.
Gang, 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 it just a flow. Gang, 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 the beats are go. Gang, 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 it just
Where I started working as a scavenger in Ajegule. Before, when I become older, I decided to move to Ojo.
Sound, please.
Hello? Joyce?
Yeah, hello.
I can't hear you anymore,
I'm
Joy.
trying to play that video.
gang, 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 the beats are go. Gang, 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 it just a flow. Gang, 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 the beats are go. Gang, 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 it just a flow. Gang, 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 the beats are go. Gang, 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 it just
Where I started working as a scavenger in Ajegule. Before, when I become older, I decided to move to Ojota Dome site, where they have all the refuse in Lagos. Before BBC, these producers find me singing, and when they find me singing, they decide to do a story on me. But the funny thing is that I don't get to know about it until people sent me a link to YouTube, and the story become a hit all over the world. So when the documentary was aired, people were just clamoring, vocal slender, vocal slender. If they said something I won't believe, they say, go to Google your name, go to YouTube, watch this documentary about you. That is when I get to see myself. I was just laughing. My manager now said, you have this flair of giving people support. Why don't you start a foundation? And I say, okay. And I start my Get to Love Foundation, using music as a tool to inspire the people.
Get on youth, don't you ever give up.
I will just sing song that will tell the dream of Africa. I want people to come and invest and support the dream of building this skills acquisition where the poor people can come and learn these things for free. Your greatest breakthrough in life is education. And when you have that education, you use the social media. If your name is not in Google, I don't do business with you because I can't find you. I started without nothing, but with hard work, prayer, perseverance, I overcome. My message always to the people is, light up the light of knowledge, and the darkness of ignorance will disappear.
Amazing, 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 amazing. Light up the light of knowledge, and darkness will disappear. Amazing, amazing. I can resonate with you. I agree totally with you that when knowledge is like light. You know, so you don't know something and then you acquire knowledge about that thing. You get light, you get understanding, and guess what? Darkness will disappear. So it is in the scripture, when light comes, darkness cannot comprehend it. You know, when light comes, there's no basis for argument. The darkness just disappears without asking questions. So I like that. I think that thing is your original, what is it called, slogan or whatever. You created it, right? You created it. Oh, fantastic. So that video piece is very, very inspiring. So while I was reading your profile, I saw that your mom also abandoned you. Your dad, you know, was very poor. So growing up, how did now? I'm sure you'd have had access to, you know, bad people. I mean, cultists, people selling drugs. That's Ajegule. All sorts of people are there. How did you overcome this? You know, well, because I know you, I know what you do. How did you overcome this? Because it's a storm. You know, title of what we are doing is riding the storms of life. That was a challenge for you. You had the choice, you know, to become a bad person. How did you overcome that? How were you able to beat that in life to become who you are?
Well, I will start by saying that in Ajegule, you grow up in an environment where the atmosphere is so negative. So as a young boy growing up, you want to be like your peer, and your peers are going to crime. Those older than you, those older what you see is they are into crime, conductors, scavenging. They don't talk more about education.
Yeah.
So I remember I saw a mother advising his son, telling his son that he told his son that they know they give award for thief.
Okay.
That means he said crime doesn't pay. He said, he not told his son, you see these boys then, they are afraid to work in the afternoon. They only come out at night. Their life is circle around this Ajegule. So that word touched me. So and I told myself that they know they give award for thief. So what I need to do, I need to follow the right path so that. Do you know that I'm hearing myself back? Is it okay?
I can hear you. Please, viewers, can you hear him?
Joycey.
I can hear you. Do you have two devices on? Do you have two devices
Okay,
on?
so no.
Let me hear from them to find out if.
No. So what I found out in my life that I said that I don't want to be hiding, and I don't want the law to come after me.
Okay.
So I will choose the honorable path, which is the path of dignity, where you walk and build up your integrity. You see, it's not easy because you face poverty. You want to be among your peer, the way they dress. You want to look good, and you don't have such thing. Nobody to care for you, nobody to guide you. The street is what will guide you. So you take from the street, and what you don't like what is the thing that is evil, you push them away back to the street. And among them, some will call you fool, say if you mugu, you don't know what's up. But today, most of those guys are no longer alive. You see, they are no longer alive. And the ones that, another thing again that I found out is, I don't know whether is the atmosphere or the society. You see some guys losing hope. They wake up early morning, they go to where they say paraga, ogogoro, and sit down. They will stay there from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. and go back home. Some will wake up in the morning that way, go to where they sell Indian hemp, stay there from that early morning till 11 a.m. and go back home. That became the circle of their life to date. So I find out that those who work hard, they are responsible. So I decide to work hard, and I find that dignity in labor. So it's good for me to do anything you can that can put food on your table.
Fantastic.
And support my younger sister. So I decide to go into scavenging because nobody to guide me on what to do and what not to do. So I followed my friends to scavenging, and I start making little money to take care of myself and my sibling. And I set a goal that in 3 years' time, I'll be off from the dump. But my sister, life don't be that way. Because you may plan and then you cannot meet up your plan, you push the goal to another year and say this year, next year, you leave the dump. That is how I end up staying at the dump for 10 years. 10 good years. But the dream have always been to leave the dump. And the good thing that is at the dump, I find books. Great books that change the way I see life. More of the philosophical books, like the classic Greek, talks about Aristotle, Plato, Pythagoras, and Socrates.
Okay, so bringing up the
these
sorry, I
books.
have to cut you. Can you hear me? I have to cut you here.
Okay.
If you watch that video I just played now, somebody is saying the screen is dark. Emily, is it still dark? Viewers, please, say the screen is dark. Why? I don't know. Patience, Frank, Emily, is the screen still dark? Because I can see from here. I need them to confirm. Somebody is saying that the screen is dark.
Okay, they can't see my face.
Emily is saying the screen is dark. Others are saying it is dark. Is it my screen or a Vocal Slander screen? Both screens. I need to know why is that. I can't see anything. It is dark. I can see you. I don't know why it's dark. Let me just hear their communication. I can't see anything both, but I can see both. So Frank, is it dark? Lazarus, is the screen dark? I can hear him clearly, but I can see both. So some people are seeing, some people cannot see. But can you people see me? Because I can see clearly from here, so I don't know. I can't see anything of you, but I can hear your voice clearly. Looks like, should I go out and log in again or what? Yes, I can see you. Frank says he can see me. And Patience says it has improved. Okay, so looks like it's okay. So he's re-logging in. I can see from my end, it's okay. I can see and hear you. Yeah, Frank says he can see me. It has improved. So Emily, can you see now?
Joyce, I can see you.
I can see you too, and I can hear you. So I don't know why somebody said, but others are saying they can see now. Okay, so from that video I played, the grammar you spoke on that video is different from the grammar you are speaking now. What happened between that time and now? What did you do to yourself?
The beautiful thing about life is that you keep improving. Life gives us chance to improve. So knowledge have no ending. You keep learning. You keep improving on what you are doing. If you stop learning, you start dying. You stop growing. So I think I invest more in books now. I watch a lot of documentaries on YouTube. When people are sleeping, I will be reading or watching documentaries. And I like books that talks about war, military. So if you ask me now, I can tell you more about the Nigerian Biafran War and the Second World War, because I don't know why. I find those books at the dump and I read them a lot. So when I left the dump, I start buying them. I start buying those books. So you see, knowledge is what God gives to man. It's in every man. You understand? For example, a child is being born today in Ajegule in Northeast, which is Borno State. Some children are being born in Afghanistan, Pakistan. Some children are privileged to be born at the successful family like the Brigade family, the Dangote's families. Now, you can't blame God why they are born, why some are privileged and some are
Privilege.
not privileged. But just like elephant don't beg to be big, it's in their DNA to be big. Greatness is in that child. It's only that the environment and society limits that child because children learn from what they see, and that's really affects them or help them when they are growing up. So the child now will not have to struggle to overcome the negative things he saw when growing up. I think this is what is really affecting the society. And then, just like Ubon King will say, when you give somebody free food, you stop him from thinking.
Word.
So,
Free food.
so
Free food.
any man, yeah, any man that always have everything being put on his lap, he will stop thinking. He will never even think to feed himself. So I improve myself because I find out that this is the road life is taking me. So you have to improve yourself. You have to be successful in life. That is the goal. And to be successful in life, you need to do things that will make you successful. That is how I improve myself. Thank you.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Focus on that. Well done. Okay, so I'm going to read. Emily, are you okay now? Okay, it's okay now. Knowledge is given by God. I love that. Oh, I will stop eating free food. Oh, okay, says Emily, and that's what I'm taking home. I can see clear now. Okay, so Ubon King will say, so incidentally, both of us we were mentored by Ubon King, the late Ubon King. I will state another of his quote. He would say something like, he say, hunger is God's gift to man.
Exactly.
Hunger is God's gift to man. So when you are hungry, I can say that from my life, my experience. Some people ask me, so what inspires you? What makes you that you just go on with your energy and you don't get tired? I say, when I remember hunger, when I remember lack, when I remember no money, energy will come. Even when I'm tired, even when I don't want to wake up, when I remember my hunger days, I will jump up. So, see, the problem is a lot of people have free food. They have people that send them money, they have platforms, and they don't even use them. That is the funny part. They don't even use them because they are waiting for somebody to hand feed them. You know, somebody will prepare the food and then bring it to them and then feed them as well. You know, that is why I laugh at people that go to church to pray, and then they will not lift up their hand to do anything. I will always say that God is not a magician. There's a part that God will do. There is a part that we have to do as Christians. Like, God will not come and read book for you. Eric got out of dump site. And inside that dump site, the money he was making, he was buying books. For those of you that missed the video, please rewatch that video. And you can see the transformation. The English he was speaking there is quite different from the English he's speaking now. Some people will say, why should I read? Because, Eric, you've traveled abroad, right? So he has had the opportunity to travel abroad. So you are going to talk about how that opportunity came up. He has had, so people interview him. I would say I met you online. I also, came across the BBC video. And I'm like, who is this boy? And I started digging until we finally met. So if you are going to be taking interviews, people are going to be, watching you all over the world. You cannot remain that way. Speaking that kind of discombobulated English you were speaking in that video. Looking at that video and looking at you now, I am very, very impressed. I'm like, what did he do? Of course, it's knowledge. Knowledge came in and darkness, had to take a run because he lit up his life with knowledge. So, you traveled abroad. So, viewers, please send if you have questions for him, start sending those questions now, so that he can take the questions. Lazarus, Emily, Okay, anybody, anticipation, if you have questions for him, please send down the question so that he can start taking your question. So I would say you had opportunities to travel abroad. So what happened? How did you get those opportunities? How did you use those opportunities to your advantage?
Okay. Have traveled to London 4 times, South Africa once, Kenya once. The thing is that it's not been planned by me. After the BBC documentary, my song Owoyakpa was a hit in UK. So some promoters came to Nigeria with basket mouth, did a passport for me, and they traveled and they took me to London 2 times. Then I went there for shows 2 times. But how it happened was it's not by my making. You see, they said when preparation meets with hard work, success is born. When preparation meets with hard work, success is born. You see, I was at the dump doing my thing when the white men came to the dump and had me singing and decided to do the documentary on me. But before then, there's a book I read written by a man called Portucci. It's titled The Flute of God. It talks about the power of imagination. So I said, okay, I will lose nothing using the power of imagination. So at the dump, then I will just start imagining that I will go to London. I caught some magazine about London. I didn't ask for money. I just said I want to go to London. So the BBC came, they do it. They did the documentary. And then the documentary was a hit in UK. Some people came to Nigeria and with the help of Basket Mouth, they took me to London. That imagination works. The first day I was going to London, Wole Soyinka's son gave me 25,000 naira to buy card. I told myself, how will I buy recharge card of 25,000 naira? I bought a recharge card of 4,000 naira. Then I start calling my people. When I entered the plane, I told myself, so this is how your life can just change in a twinkle of an eye.
Whoa.
So among me, from my father's side and my mother's side, they write us off because my dad was so poor. They know that we are scavengers. They write me off. But among them now, I think me and my family are more successful than them today. We keep improving. Because why? You see, just as I said, light up the light of knowledge and the darkness of ignorance will disappear. That is how knowledge works. If you can take everything from a man, there's nothing you can do to take away the gift of imagination. And imagination is what God gave to every soul on earth. So and the Bible said, as a man thinketh, so he is. So if you think you are poor, you remain poor. Like in the book of Habakkuk 2, he said, write down your vision, put it down, that he that runneth shall runneth with it. He may tarry, but it will come to pass. You see, I know this thing, and I know that I start living my life this way. The how and the when, I will leave it for God. I will do my own strengths and not leave the how and when. Because this phone we are using, this platform we are using to communicate today is somebody's imagination. The phone I'm holding is somebody's imagination. Because some people are not comfortable the way things are. They start thinking.
Can we make it better?
They start thinking. You understand? Somebody decided to say, I'm tired of using phone at home. Can't I take my phone outside? That is how they created mobile phones. Yes. Must my phone always be at the Egyptians were the first to build chariots. So plane, helicopter, vehicle, all came out from wheel, chariots. But the Egyptian built chariot 5,000 years ago. The Western world developed it to car. And today, the world is different. Now, human being is conquering Marx. This is somebody's thought. I always advise people to go and watch a movie called Hidden Figure. How three black
The
ladies
Hidden Figure.
who
Please,
study
somebody type in
mathematics
there, The Hidden
was
Figure.
able to take America to the moon. These are people who think. They think deep. Yes, Hidden Figures. Yes.
Okay.
So I don't bother about life anymore. I just believe that the supreme deity, the most high God, is the owner of this world, and he have given us the tools to farm. So it's the farmer duty. Listen, the farmer duty is to clear the bush and plant the seed and water the seed.
Okay,
Hello?
okay. So let me
let me say this word, then you can continue. The duty of the farmer is to clear the bush and plant the seed and wet the seed. But okay, come in.
No, finish that statement. Finish the statement. Let me not cut. Finish it. So after cutting the seed, what next?
Okay. I said the duty of the farmer is to plant the seed and wet the seed. Yes, but it's not his duty how the seed die and germinate. That is the duty of nature. Nature have a role to play. You have your own role to play. Nature will not plant the seed for you. Nature allow grass to grow itself. So that's how it is. That is life.
In fact, if you did not take anything home today, we can just close this session here. And for me, we have done justice to the program today. So for me, first of all, let me deal with the power of imagination. It's so sad that a lot of people do not think. They do not understand this brain. God gave it to everybody. As far as you are a human being, you have it in your head. You have it in your head. But a lot of people's brain are sleeping are on sleep mode. Sleep mode, meaning you're not disturbing the brain. So sometimes I feel like my brain is doing boom, 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 boom. You have used me too much. Allow me to rest. And I go to rest. Now, I would boldly say that there are a lot of things that anything you see me do today, it's called concept stage. Concept stage is when you start thinking about it, when you start dreaming about it. I want to start a school. You now write it down. You now be looking at it. When do you want to start? How do you say it leaves the when and the why, right? Am I right? For God.
Leave the how and when for God.
How and when. Okay,
and
so
when.
For me, how and when. You can leave it for God, but I think it's still at the planning stage. You still need to write some things down. How do you, so I want to build the house. How do you want to build the house? You need to count your costs. How much do you have? You need to buy land. You need to buy cement. You need to buy blocks. You need to pay wages.
Yes.
Then you now say, okay, so at what time will I start? I want to go abroad to school. How much do I need? When can I go? How do I put these figures together? But sometimes, why I will agree with you that thank you for sharing our video. So one of the reasons I will say this is that sometimes you have to leave it for God. Because somehow, especially when the resources are not there, that sometimes I want to say that God has never left us. One baby is there attracting us. So sometimes you don't have it all put together, but you have the plans. You're trying to figure out something. You have your blueprints written on your paper. You need to do, but the resources is not there. That's when God comes in.
Yes, so that is what I mean. Mm-hmm. Yes.
God looks at you.
That is what I mean.
This person is ready. This person is ready to take that leap. This person is ready to ride that storm. And then he comes in, to take it over for you. Before I ask you the next question, let me read what our viewers are saying. Any question for Mr. Eric, please put it together. He said if your name is not found on Google, he can't be your friend. That part is what I don't understand. Please clear me. Uncle Eric, you said if your name is not found on Google.
No, what I meant, okay, my sister, what I meant was, if your name is not in Google, I can't do business with you because I can't find you. You know, for you to be a businessman, you need to register your company.
Yes.
So if your company name cannot spring out in Google, I don't think I can do business with you because I need to guide my money. I need to guide my money so I don't lose money. Please, that's what I meant there.
So let me add to that. When you are going for interviews, when you are going for contracts, when you are going for even international embassy, you might not appear in that embassy, but they go online to check you. Okay, so there was something I was trying to get, and you know that these people profiled me online. They did all their homework. And then when we got to sit down to talk, they said, don't worry, we've checked you online, we're good with you. And then when I was trying to move to my new house, those people did that too. They were like, they started giving me all I do. Like, they gave me my history. So at the end of the interview, I asked them, how did you get to know about all this? They said, we got it online. So what Eric is saying that if we cannot get you online, we cannot if you don't have the presence, if you type your name, Emily Onyama, and no Facebook, no Instagram, no LinkedIn, nothing about you comes out on Google, nobody will do business with you. That is the world that we are in now. That is the new norm. That means there's something about you. You cannot be faceless on Facebook. You cannot be faceless on planet Earth. Someone should know you somewhere. Do something with your life. Your company should be registered. You cannot come and say, I am Emily Indigo Collection Nigeria Limited or International, and then I go online to click that name and nothing comes out. In these days of 419, they will think that you are a fraud.
Exactly.
So if you talk to me or you send me a friend request on Facebook or Instagram, what I do first is to go and check you up. So if I come to your page and I see one picture and I see nothing about you, no profile, no nothing about you, I will not accept.
Exactly.
That means you are questionable. That is what Vocal Slander is saying. Okay, so Blessing said, determination makes one hero. So you work towards it because faith without action equal to zero. Absolutely, you are making sense, my brother.
Exactly.
Understand I refuse to be faceless. Okay, Emily understands it now. She refused to be faceless on planet Earth. So, Vocal, so I will continue with my question. I was expecting more questions from the viewers.
Okay.
So right now you do a lot, so a lot of charitable works. I know that we have like 10 minutes to round up the show. What inspired those things? As if you are rich. You are still then you refuse to live at Jegule. Why is that? Number two, I know that if you want a house somewhere, you have the connection, you have people that will press button and then you get the house there. But you are still in Ajegule, number one. Number two, you decided to give back. You are doing a whole lot for Ajegule. So talk about your charitable deeds and what inspired. Why did you choose to stay back in Ajegule to do all your things? And then tell them what you do.
Okay.
You don't know who will be interested to donate one or two things to your foundation.
Okay. You see, Jesus said something when they asked Jesus that, when Jesus told the disciples to go out, he said, go ye first to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. First, the message should first go across Israel before it goes out to the world. Now, when I came back from London, I know that people of Ajegule lack proper education. They lack many things. I said, okay, I have fame, I have little connect. Let's start an NGO, Dreams of Brighter Days initiative, where we can basically give out to people. Because this is true experience. When I was going to school, I never had a school bag. It's only nylon bag. in my primary 1 to primary 6 is barefoot, no sandal.
Hey.
This is life experience. My uniform is bad. I remember my headmaster said my uniform looks like they throw bomb on it because it has so torn off that I patch it, and patch. So I told myself that a lot of children are experiencing such thing. Then that Nigeria is not this bad, my father could not afford school uniform for me. Now that things are bad, what are these children going through? So I decided to say, okay, if we cannot provide all, let's try and at least make them comfortable in school. So we give us school uniform, school bag, take some children from the streets and put them in public school so that they and support them. And thank God, my twins, I have 2 twins, they are from Delta Irubu, they are sports girls. They are writing their WAEC now. From GSS1, they are writing their WAEC now. They'll be finishing secondary school because of my foundation. And so I have children that I take from the streets, take from widows, and say, okay, leave these children for me. How will be taking care of them? The truth is, you cannot have money and save money. If Nigerian politicians or big men understand the power of building infrastructure than saving money. Let me tell you, a politician today that stole money today, taking to keep money, his 3rd and 4th generation will be poor. But if you build infrastructure like the white men are doing in their country, your 4th generation may not be rich, but they'll benefit from those infrastructures.
Yes,
That's something we are trying to do in Ajegule now. I have a fashion academy in Ajegule where we teach people fashion for free now, and I know it will outlive me. Now, by the grace of God, next month I'll be opening my music studio because I find out why our music in Ajegule is not coming out, because no good studio, and the boys don't have money to pay for a proper studio outside Ajegule. A studio session is 50,000 naira. How can they do it? So because I'm a musician, I've find I can make money, so I can lower my studio session 5,000 naira so that they can start making the music. Music now is so good. Online, you can market your music. I keep telling them, record songs. But if you don't know how to do it, we'll teach you. We'll put those things online for you. So why I'm not living at Ajegule now is because of when you try to sell a brand to somebody and you are not staying there with them, nobody will take you serious for now. So a time will come that I will move out from Ajegule when I'll start growing business again. But I'll still have office in Ajegule and a base in Ajegule. But for now, we are thinking of improving the lives of Ajegule, and I've mentored a lot of people. I thank God the government in Ajegule have started recognizing what we are doing. So they include me as the most 50 influential youth in Ajegule. I was among the 50 youth who that they gave award.
Congratulations.
And then this Saturday, my seminar is coming up, back to school, where I'm bringing speakers to speak to people in Ajegule, so that
that's the other one I was part of the other time, right?
Yes, 2 years ago. That I invited you 2 years ago. So that is what we'll be doing on Saturday. Bring speakers and bring people to speak, and together we can change the narrative, because the best thing to do in life is to change the narrative of the way people think. You understand? Because now and the topic I'll be giving to them on Saturday, my own speech, is the power of quantum physics. If Nigerians, our leaders, know the power of physics, biology, and chemistry, this is what the white men knows, that they change their country. If not that the white men develop physics, biology, and chemistry, they won't free the blacks. Because what 100 men can do, technology have started doing it. Why is Dangote not the richest man in the world? Because he pays a lot of people. He has over 1 million or 100,000 staff that he pays. But Elon Musk does not have such staff. Computer is doing most of the work for him. If so, just like as our brother always says, the late Ubon King says, computer is taking the job of printer. It's taking the job of before you go to cafe. There is no more typewriter. You do it everything yourself. A phone does the job of 7 people now. So my advice every time to my people, like what I'll be telling them on Saturday is, my guy, go and watch videos of quantum physics, and then you can shape in your mind, like the great scientist said. What is it? Nikola Tesla. He said something. He said, if you want to understand the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. On these 3 things, the world rotates: energy, frequency, and vibration.
Eric has given us a proper lecture this evening. Thank you so much. Oh, see your beautiful, handsome son. And I can see that Eric is also a very good father. I can see that he's a good father. Okay, so let me read one of the Emily says, I feel like crying using a nylon bag, no sandals. God, I am grateful. Says, wow, everybody's wowing. Nice one, sir. Lucy Queen Akugbe says, I really need to put my music online, different platforms. So how do I go about it? Okay, so Lucy, I don't know where you are streaming from. I don't know where you're watching from. She looks like Lucy is a musician, so you might need to hook up with him since his studio is coming up. You're setting it up when?
Okay.
You're setting up your studio when?
Next month we will start after my program of now finish the work in the studio.
Okay, so
next month in Ajegule.
Yes, in Ajegule. Okay, so Lucy,
next month.
I will need to hook you guys up. I don't know if
you next month.
But if you send me a DM, I'll see and Vocal Slander. Vocal Slander definitely looks like a good, responsible dad. He didn't have the opportunity growing up of his father doing all this for him. And I see you and your son. I see you when you post, you and your children and all that online. So how his father would have round up. This would be my father. How's marriage, how's fatherhood, how you raising your child, the children enjoying what you did not enjoy. Because one thing that I know that is of course a problem right now is good fatherhood, good mentorship. And I see you do a lot for your children. How are you, manning the home front? How are you mentoring your children? I can see you have boys, right? Is there a girl? All your kids are boys?
Yes.
So
no girl, just boys.
How are you mentoring your kids? How are you mentoring them?
Okay. The one with me now is just 1 year and 6 months. I think he follows me more than he follows his mom. Because he sleeps in the same bed with me, not with his mom. Because I'm the one who normally change his diaper. I does everything. Like my first son, who is 6 years, I'm trying my best to teach him things I didn't learn from my father. And then I learned something in life, that people always train the girl's child on how to take care of the husband. Nobody trains the male child on how to take care of the wife.
True.
So I think one of the things, after teaching him how to make money, I will always try and teach him how to be a responsible husband to the wife. Not only the woman taking care of the man. You understand? I hear people tell a girl's child, is this how you live in your husband's house? But nobody has ever scorned a man. Is this how you live in your house with your wife? No. So I think on that aspect I will improve, because me and my wife, it's not, I won't say it's bed of roses, because 2 different people coming together from different backgrounds, staying together, boyfriend and girlfriend, different for marriage.
Yes.
So we are patching up, at least we're moving forward. And the greatest thing is this: hold on to God and hold on to love, even if your hand bleed, because God will surely see you through. And no matter what, the greatest force on earth is love.
Greatest
divine
force
love.
on earth is love.
It's love.
So in all these things, while I round up, in all these things, would you entirely say it's God that pushed you to where you are, or you added your own effort, or do you want to say everything is God? Because when you ask people, oh, it's the grace of God, 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 people don't want to break it down. People don't want to tell you, deep things. Would you want to say it's just all glory to God and leave it there?
Yeah, I would say all glory to God. But as I say about the farmer, if the farmer refuses to plant the seed, the farmer will go hungry. God will only do for you what you do for yourself. If you decide to sit idle, God will sit idle. So, but all
Multiply
the
it for you.
thing is God. You see, you can't. I'm not Albert Einstein. Sometimes I ask myself, God, why didn't I have the knowledge like Albert Einstein? So, but God gave everybody their own strengths. Look inwardly, bring out your strengths. But all glory go to God because He's the breath of life.
Yes. We do not share God's glory with Him. All glory to Him. Thank you, Eric. Yes, there's a place for God, and there's a place that we have to do. As a farmer, you dig up your hole, you prepare your ridges, you add fertilizer, you do all that thing, and you go to sleep. But guess what? When the seed will start germinating inside, you are not there. In the night, in the morning, what you just see is the shootout, is the tree, or is the leaf that starts growing up. You were not there in that process. It's not your effort. That is where God comes in. So whatever you do, whatever seek to do, first of all, you go to God with your plans, but you need to think. You need to use your power of imagination.
Yes.
Start, everybody wants good. I will always say there's a place called better. As Eric is there, he's aiming higher. He wants to live a better life. He wants better life for his children. He wants to go, worldwide. He wants the whole world to know him. So he's striving, to get better by the day. I am striving. Everyone is striving, but we cannot go and rest. That is okay. So I want to go and rest and enjoy. Why is Dangote still looking for money? Dangote still they find money. Hey, so if Dangote still they find money, who I be? Who are you? Bill Gates still looking for money. Elon Musk is still looking for money.
Yes.
If not, they would have closed shops. So you need to always go back. Use your imagination. Put pen to paper. Start running with that vision and ask God to bless and direct you. Then boom, you will get there. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric, for honoring our invitation on the waiting room. God bless you mightily. Let me see. Viewers, can you all say thank you to him? Thank you. I can see all clapping for you and then doing good. Lucy, I will see how I can connect you since you sing. For those of you that have people in Ajegunle that are songwriters that want to record their songs, please make sure that you get to Eric so that he can, link you up with his studio so that people can go and record for free. And I will add to Taiwo Marinike, I see you for the first time. You're welcome to the waiting room. So I can see that you also share this. God bless you. So, when we make it in life, you cannot make it for yourself. You need to carry other people along. You need to spread the joy. People need to see you and they will be happy. I just imagine people that will see Eric and they will be blessing him, because of all the good deeds that he does for people in Ajegunle. So when you don't have to be a billionaire before you become somebody good. That's your 1 naira. Can you share it? That's what he's doing now. He has 1 naira. He shares it with his people. He makes school uniforms for them, give them bags to go to school. He does a whole lot. I'm aware of that. So, eventually you are touched and you want to be part of his back to school campaign. Please go ahead and link up with him. I will forward that. Please tag me to the next time you are posting about that. What is it called? Back to school program. Tag me so that people can. In fact, you can do it this evening. Please go ahead so that people can link up and then you never can tell. Maybe somebody wants to give 1 bag, 2 bags, whatever, as low as 5,000, right?
Yes.
So whatever you have.
Yes, 5,000.
So whatever you have, you can be helping somebody out of the streets back to school. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. God bless you, Mr. Eric. Say bye to our viewers.
Bye.
Mr. Lazarus said, thanks for coming. I am really, really inspired. God bless you. See you all next time. If you can think it, you can do it. God bless you.
Yes.
See you all at the top. God bless you. Have a wonderful week. So, thank you so much. Very good.
Gang, 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 the beat I go. Gang, 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 me just a flow. Gang, 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 the beat I go. Gang, 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 me just a flow. Gang, 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 the beat I go. Gang, 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 me just a
Where
flow.
I started working as a scavenger in Ajegule. Before, when I become older, I decided to move to Ojota dump site, where they have all the refuse in Lagos before BBC. These producers find me singing. And when they find me singing, they decide to do a story on me. But the funny thing is that I don't get to know about it until people sent me a link to YouTube, and the story become a hit all over the world. So when the documentary was aired, people were just clamoring, vocal slender, vocal slender. If they said something I won't believe, they say, go to Google your name, go to YouTube, watch this documentary about you. That is when I get to see myself. I was just laughing. My manager now said, you have this flair of giving people support. Why don't you start a foundation? And I say, okay. And I start my Get to Love Foundation, using music as a tool to inspire the people.
Get a youth, don't you ever give up. Get a red eye, get a red
I will just sing song that will tell the dream of Africa. I want people to come and invest and support the dream of building this skills acquisition where the poor people can come and learn these things for free. Your greatest